Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. There is no greatness where there is no simplicity, goodness, and truth. You can love a person dear to you with human love, but an enemy can only be loved with divine love. If you look for perfection, you'll never be content. Man cannot possess anything, as long as he fears death, but to him who does not fear it, everything belongs. We can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. Human science fragments everything in order to understand it, and kills everything in order to examine it. When you love someone, you love the person as they are, and not as you'd like them to be. We are asleep until we fall in love. Only people who are capable of loving strongly can also suffer great sorrow, but this same necessity of loving serves to counteract their grief and heals them. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. Everything depends on upbringing. If there was no suffering, man would not know his limits, would not know himself. If then I were asked for the most important advice I could give, that which I considered to be the most useful to the men of our century, I should simply say, in the name of God, stop a moment, cease your work, look around you. I simply want to live, to cause no evil to anyone but myself. Everything I know because of love. Happy families are all alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. God is the same everywhere. A man is like a fraction, whose numerator is what he is, and whose denominator is what he thinks of himself. The larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Nothing is so necessary for a young man as the company of intelligent women. Rummaging in our souls, we often dig up something that ought to have lain there unnoticed. I knew that feeling of love, which is the essence of the soul, for which no object is needed. Wrong does not cease to be wrong, because the majority share in it. If everyone fought for their own convictions, there would be no war. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. It's hard to love a woman and do anything. The changes in our life must come from the impossibility to live, otherwise to the demands of our conscience, not from our mental resolution to try a new form of life. Be bad, but at least don't be a liar, a deceiver. Love those that hate you, but to love those one hates is impossible. It's much better to do good in a way that no one knows anything about it. There is trouble with a wife, but it's even worse with a woman who is not a wife. Once we're thrown off our habitual paths, we think all is lost, but it's only here that the new and the good begins. Happiness does not depend on outward things, but on the way we see them. What counts in making a happy marriage is not so much how compatible you are, but how you deal with incompatibility. If you look for perfection, you will never be satisfied. How can one be well when one suffers morally? Ferreting in one's soul, one often ferrets out something that might have lain there unnoticed. There are no conditions to which a person cannot grow accustomed, especially if he sees that everyone around him lives in the same way. All the variety, all the charm, all the beauty of life is made up of light and shadow. A battle is won by him who is firmly resolved to win it. What a strange illusion it is to suppose that beauty is goodness. Government is an association of men who do violence to the rest of us. Every heart has its own skeletons. Debates conceal rather than reveal the truth. Truth is revealed in solitude. If people tell you that you should live your life preparing for the future, do not believe them. Real life is found only in the present. The key to success in life is using the good thoughts of wise people. Money is a new form of slavery, and is distinguishable from the old simply by the fact that it is impersonal, and that there is no human relation between master and slave. We lost because we told ourselves we lost. Much unhappiness has come from things left unsaid. Upon meeting, you're judged by your clothes. Upon parting, you're judged by your wits. To say that you can love one person all your life is just like saying that one candle will continue burning as long as you live.